Hi, Facebook friends and my YouTubers. Thank you again for tuning in. I just wanted to do a little review on the basic soaps kit that I got from Michaels. So I ended up getting Serenity, Simple Serenity soap kit, botanical soap making kit, just so that I could learn like the process, and had no clue of how soap was made. I'm sure it was from a soap base, but how to get in touch with that soap base company and to know what's in that soap was sort of important to me. So I tried out the process. It was very, very simple. I definitely, if you're into or wanting to get into soap making, this will definitely kind of give you some skill set on how to melt your soap and what to expect and how much time you need to put into making your soap. I mean, I learned a lot about how to be quick and how the soap ends up getting a film on it, so you can't take your sweet time with it. So I'm not even sure if that's the case with some of these other companies that may be more natural. You may have a little bit more leeway. I'm not even sure, but I'm interested in moving to the next step in terms of soap making. But I did want to put out a little review about this particular product. Again, I've thought it was a definite beginner's guide to soap making, like really quickly. Again, in the last video, if you watched it, it was something that I suggested you can give to your girlfriends just to tell them, I love you when you meet with them, or put it in a gift basket. It's something that I would definitely use for my hand soap, but I would not recommend using it on your face because I am not sure and have not vetted the effects of different skin tones and skin types. So again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a esthetician, I'm not either of those type of people who would be even trying to give advice on a skin product. But what I will say, it's a definite game changer in terms of getting your girlfriends together. I mean, the people that you have made your bubble with. I mean, come on, we know that Corona is going on, but we also know that we have we've created our own bubbles. There are people in our household. We're looking for something to do. This is definitely something that would bring your girls together. I would definitely recommend a parent supervising on this, but the rest of it is like, something that could go to a teenager, even someone that's 10 years old, but is very responsible. Under the advice of an adult, I would say this is definitely something that would be great to have your daughters and share that moment with and make them feel kind of girly. This is something that they can definitely do, and it takes literally minutes. Okay. So anyway, only thing I would say about the actual kit is that the molds that come with them, even though they're so beautiful, they come with these pre-stamped little shapes that you pour the mold in, and once you pop it out, the top of the bar is not like so boring and flat. They have beautiful shapes, and then they have different ingredients that you can put in there that are natural. But I will say that the molds, hold on a second, let me get those. I did speak about this in my last video, so this is kind of redundant, but I did want to show you these particular molds. You see how kind of crackly that is? When you try to push and get them out, it just seems like it's not going to happen. But you do have to be careful and do as they instructed, which is punch from the middle and apply a lot of pressure to the middle, and then start, pushing and moving your bar soap out of the mold. I would only say this is the most frustrating part. And if you do have youngsters that you do want to have that girl time with, it ain't happening. It's something that you're going to have to do for the girls, which kind of takes away from the whole process, right? So I would probably look into getting cute little shapes, molds, just like this, but in a rubber format, okay? And then but it's still a great kit. It's really a great kit. So I didn't have any issues with it. The only issue is that the other issue, should I say, that I had with it was the scents. You know, I love vanilla, but we all know that vanilla's basic. Citrus was one of the other scents that it came with. It came with this beautiful loofah. Okay, I get it. It's a great gift. And then it came with a cool citrus fragrance. Ugh. Don't know where that came from. That was something very tart. And then it also came with a fresh herbal. Not herbal. I don't know what that is. But when I tried to make my own fragrance, it still ended up, the soap base ended up still overpowering the fragrance. And then it just smelled like cheap 99-cent store. Like, so, you know, I mean, not even to that degree, because some of those fragrance soaps smell really good. I'm a fan of rosemary, and I was just sad that rosemary was not in here as popular as it is. But there are certain notes, and, you know, to that degree when you're talking about soaps and when you're talking about anything fragrance related, there's this terminology called notes, and I don't understand them yet, but I totally disregarded that French vanilla was a note that kind of stood on its own, but then you had to add other stuff to it. No, didn't like any of the other fragrances, so I ended up making just fresh vanilla, okay? And in the last video, I think you guys already saw one of the soaps that I ended up packaging, make it look a little, you know, natural. Because I used the rest of the vanilla that was in there, I thought was appropriate for 4 bars, but might have went over a little bit. Who cares? It's not going to damage the skin, but I do know that I just wish I had a lot more to choose from, like the candles, but we'll talk about in another video. The candle project that I will be attempting to do on another video. I'm going to talk about those scents, and those are individually purchased so that you do have more control over what type of scent that you will have. And I love, love, love sweet pea. I was introduced to sweet pea by, oh God, what's the name of that store? I think it's Yankee Candle or in Victoria's Secrets or something like that. But anyway, I was introduced to that scent and I have been in love with it, and I still love it. So anyway, thanks again, guys, for sticking out with me. See the final product and then my review of the Michaels soap starter kit. Super inexpensive to start your soap. If you're trying to get into that, I would definitely recommend it. And shout out to all my followers and future followers. Make sure you subscribe and press the link. Like the video if you do, even if you don't like it, because it's still going to get better. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.